All right. For the record, my name is Senator Steve Gallardo, State Senator from District 13, Southwest Phoenix. Folks, today we come here to the state capitol, to a new state capitol, a new Arizona, a new direction. Last night's results showed that Arizona, or the voters in LD 13 and
18.
What's that? 18, I'm sorry. Voters in LD 18 want a new direction. They're tired of the partisan bickering. They're tired of the polarizing pieces of legislation. They want the Arizona State Senate to focus on the critical issues of the state. Education, healthcare, the economy. Those are the issues that the voters in District 18 want the Arizona State Senate to focus on. And I think today is the new day in which the Arizona State Senate will start focusing on those issues, start working together to make sure our schools are strong, well-funded, that our economy is strong, that we are providing jobs, that we are doing everything we can to provide the health care services to those in need. That's the type of Arizona that the voters in District 18 voted for. So folks, today we come together to say we're ready. We're ready to start working together. We're ready to start to end this extreme polarizing atmosphere that has been at this legislature for nearly 10 years. This polarizing environment comes to an end today. We move forward. I want to give a special thanks to the Citizens for a Better Arizona. Amen. For doing all they did over the last year to put Arizona in a new direction, a different direction, focusing on families and children. I also want to put another special thanks to the chairman of the committee, Citizens for Better Arizona, Chad Snow. And I'll go ahead and bring him up to the mic and let him say a few words. Chad?
Thank you. I want to thank the members of the media for coming out to cover this today. The message we have today is probably the most important message that we've spread in the last 10 months. I also want to congratulate the new senator from LD 18, Jerry Lewis. I think he's a senator that we can all be proud of. I think he's going to represent all of the residents of that district and not just the ones that agree with him. I think this recall effort sends two very strong messages to all of the members of the legislature here. The first message is that the people are watching you. We are no longer going to sit around and let legislators pursue their personal agendas at the expense of the entire state. They're on notice as of today. The second message is that when people from different political parties, like everyone behind me, we have Republicans, we have Democrats, when people from different political parties, from different backgrounds, from different races, get together, work together, roll up their sleeves, and solve a problem, they can do the impossible. People told us 10 months ago this was impossible. We put together a coalition of people from across the political spectrum, and we accomplished it. If the legislature will follow our lead, Democrats and Republicans, and work together, there's no reason we can't have a first-class education system. There's no reason we should have to sell state buildings to balance our budget. That is, I think, the most important message of the recall, and I think that's a message that was underscored very loudly yesterday by the voters in LD 18, that they want representatives like Jerry Lewis who say, I'm going to bring everyone to the table. I'm going to listen to the Democrats. I'm going to listen to the Republicans. I'm going to work together because my goal is to find a solution to the problem, not to promote my own agenda. Yeah. I think that is the most important message that has been sent by this effort. With that having been said, I want to turn the time over to the founder of Citizens for a Better Arizona, man without whose vision and dedication this great change in our state would not have taken place, Randy Pottas.
Yeah, Randy. This is a beautiful day in Arizona for so many reasons. The reason we're here today because on January 10th, when this legislative session opened for 2011, we all gathered not very far from here. We didn't come here to recall anybody. We came here to put Senator President Pierce on notice, the 21-day notice, and say, Senator Pierce, as citizens, we're looking to you over the next 21 days in the time of economic collapse and crisis. We're looking to you to lead, to focus on those issues that touch all of our hearts, all of our families, to focus on education and job creation and health care. If you do that, we're going to come back in 20 days and hold you accountable. But in those 21 days, he did not do that. He started talking about nullifying federal laws, changing the Constitution, looking at whether if you're born here, should you be granted citizenship or not, putting guns on campuses, kicking people off of access, and denying people waiting for an organ transplant the ability to have extend their life. That's what we got in those 21 days. So we came back here and we served him notice, and we started to recall our effort to recall Senator Pierce. So we're here back again after 10 months to have a new resolution, a new time, a new beginning for the new President of the Senate. This is resolution for the new President of the Senate, November 9th, 2011. It's very simple, it's not too complicated. It says this: whereas the new Senate President will work on behalf of over 6 million Arizonans who depend on government for a whole range of services, from health care to education to employment. Whereas citizens want a Senate President who will protect public education and health care for all Arizonans. Whereas citizens want a Senate President who cares about Arizonans who are unemployed and underpaid. And whereas citizens want a Senate President that will not use divisive issues to create an atmosphere of fear and mistrust. Therefore, be it resolved that we, Citizens for Arizona, request that the new Senate President use his or her position to focus on issues and concerns that will unite all Arizonans. Issues including education, health care, and job creation. Imagine that. That's simple. Therefore, be it resolved that we, Citizens for a Better Arizona, request that the new Senate President, in the event of a budget surplus, that may happen, reinvest in public education and social programs. Yes. Imagine that. Yes. Imagine that. And be it fully resolved that we, Citizens for a Better Arizona, pledge to hold the new Senate President accountable and provide an opportunity for him or her to pursue an agenda that serves the interests of all Arizonans. So at this time, we're gonna, you all agree, pass our proclamation? All those in favor? Opposed? Oh, the ayes carry it. That's how long that special session should have lasted for the unemployment insurance, but it didn't. So that's why we're here again. So now we're going to take this resolution, we're going to deliver it to the office where the new Senate President will be. We'll be also be able to take other comments and questions. Thank you. So, want to lead us?